Peace be with you, my peaceful friends. Hope you're getting a piece of something. You know what I'm saying? It sucks not to have anything. Anyway, I got a lot of one thing, and that's guitars, man. You know what I'm saying? One thing I got a lot of, that's guitars, man. Now, you remember my episode about my big Ecuadorian square neck guitar? That's one of my favorite episodes, man. It's one of my favorite guitars, actually. I was at the flea market recently, and I came across another guitar from Ecuador for $10, man. I was like, whoa. Label inside said Quito. I believe it was Rosero Núñez from Quito, Ecuador. Fabricantes de Guitarras. It's Rosero Núñez Guitar Factory since 1940 from Quito, Ecuador, from the capital, Ecuador, man. That's their thing, man. You look on the internet, I mean, that's what they're talking about. That's their big thing. Unfortunately, about 20 years ago, once, you know what I mean, China became like the manufacturing center of the world, and Asia took over everything, man. This Núñez was like on the ground floor as a distributor for that type of stuff, man. They became like, you know what I mean, the champion distributor of, like, you know, Chinese Hartke and Chinese Orange and Chinese Marshall, you know what I mean? All kinds of Chinese shit, man. You know what I mean? And my boy Jorge, man, my dear cousin Jorge, man, you know what I mean? They tell you, man, that's just like, you know what I mean? Snap it up, man. Hard to come by, man. So they treasure that kind of stuff, man. That, you know what I mean? Chinese stuff, man. So Núñez is kind of like the manufacturer of guitars over the past 20 years gone by the wayside. You look at their website, they got locations in every major city in Ecuador. But, you know what I mean, it's all pretty much like, look at this. You know what I mean? 10-watt Marshall. $400, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about, man. This guitar right here, though, man, Casa de Núñez, this is probably around 1995. You know what I mean? Maybe around the year 2000. It's a very, very, very nice artisanal guitar made by our man Núñez. It's got a serial number. It's got a inkjet, you know, rosette, like a lot of these Ecuadorian guitars have, man, unfortunately. That Paracho one from Mexico, that had it too. But this one, I was like, what is this? This is only $10. And as I was walking away, I seen this, man. You see that, man? See that, man? You see that, man? See the binding? Oh, it's beautiful binding. See how there's like nice binding and everything, man? Beautiful tone woods from the rain, deep inside of the rainforest, man. So my heart went out to this poor guitar, man. And we're going to bring it back in a thing. Now, is this where this is, man? I was thinking at first, you know, maybe I'll make that like an electrified acoustic guitar. But maybe I won't, you know. Maybe I still will. I don't know, man. I can't determine it, maybe. I have to think about it a little bit more clearly. But I'm going to flip you around. We're going to look at this together, man. This is a momentous day, man. Another Ecuadorian guitar comes into the Bobby G family. Hablas Ecuador. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do you feel welcome? Welcome to the last willow walls of winter. So here we go, man. We got a guitar here. An artisanal guitar. Made right on the equator, man. My favorite. You know what I'm saying? A little Inca instrument, man. Made by the natives there. This gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous rainforest wood there. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things that I like, man. You know what I'm saying? It sure makes a lot like Big Butts, and he couldn't lie about it. It's like I like Ecuadorian artisanal guitars, and I cannot lie. So this little willow wall right here, man. That's the only thing we got a Whitter Williams on this willow hole right here. Essentially, the only thing I'm gonna do, man, I'm just gonna press this guy in. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like a very good repair. Press them in. You know what I mean? Take these strings off. Maybe I don't even have to take the strings. I'll just loose them. Just put a piece of tape behind there. Oh, it's gonna make a big splinter, man. That wasn't a very wonderful willow wall at all. Put a piece of tape back there and just, you know, pretty much take this little piece and just sand it around. So I just put a piece of tape back there, tape this on there, and put some Bondo around there, man. Little tricks. This is just too pressed in, you know what I'm saying? Let me just see if I can press it in right here on camera, man. See that, man? See that, my fellow wall friends? We'll get that guy out, man. See you in the laboratory, man. No strings attached, man. Leave me with you. Welcome back to the laboratory. So we got the strings all loosened up, man. We fished all the miscellaneous wood, all the pieces out. Holy moly, macanoli. Look at this big old chunk that came out of there, man. Wow, look at that, man. Piece of plywood, man. You know, that's when the damage doesn't look that bad from the outside, but on the inside, you know what I mean? It's like Bob Saget's head, man. I'm just gonna go to bed, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, this looks like a doorknob special. You know what I'm saying? Dude was walking through his house, smacked into a doorknob, you know. Oh, hijo de puta! Mi guitarra! You know what I'm saying? That's what happened, man. But this is, you can see, some type of plywood. You know what I'm saying? He's from the rainforest, but it's still plywood. And this is kind of real thin right here. So my idea here, man, and I pulled all these ribs, got knocked out too, man. See that, man? Some ribs on the bottom. Some ribs on the top, man. The guitar is kind of like Cher, where it can like live a productive life without a couple of ribs. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to want to maintain as many as possible. So we'll try to maybe glue a couple of them in there. But if we can't, you know what I mean, get a couple of them, no big deal, man. You know what I'm saying? If I could turn back time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along this line right here. You know what I mean? Real carefully. And take this piece, for the most part, maybe cut this part off of it. And just glue it back down in there, man, and reinforce that. You know what I'm saying? There's also a piece here, you know what I mean, which is right here, I believe. You know, I'm going to just get that off there and try to glue that on back there. I might even just keep the rib on there, just glue it back up there, tape it up there. You know what I mean? Reinforce it. Keep this hole open. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with this little piece here, man. With this little piece, man. We'll get it going again, you know what I mean? It'll be a little bit more sturdy than the dude had it, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it won't. You know what I'm saying? I might waste a little bit of time of yours, waste a little bit of time of mine. You know what I'm saying? It's all for international relations, man. For the Núñez family. Number 235. Peace be with you. Holy smokes. So we're ready to go, man. We're ready to start rebuilding, man. Rebuilding it, everybody. Everything trimmed down. Got this guy chilling for later. This is the piece for the bottom. So we're going to put a whole bunch of glue on this side of it. A little tat band glue, man. Put it back in there exactly where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? This is cut down a little bit small so we can have a little bit of working space. We're going to put some torque clamps on there, man. A little bit of torque clamps. It's tasted like torque clamps, Lieutenant Dan. So let's get that all clamped up and I'll come back and show you what I've been meaning to say. People, peace out. And there you go, man. Got it all clamped up there. We got oodles of noodles of tight bond, man. Lots of stuff going on, people. I can't even pay attention to it, man. Anyway, let's let that set. Let that dry thoroughly, and we'll be back for more, man. Back for more fun. Peace be with you, people. Alright, so it's the next day. We got this guy clamped up. We just unclamped it. Tried to like make a video of myself doing it, but unclamping it one-handed and trying to film it was not very successful. So I had to stop the proceedings and do it correctly, man. All in the name of science, people. But we still have some work to do on this particular side, on the other flip switch of that switch. In here, man. See how this is even pushed in a little bit? We're going to push this back out, man, as much as we can. And then we see over here, we got a whole bunch of pieces of wood. And they kind of line up. Like this one goes right there. You know what I'm saying? This one fits in here. You know what I'm saying? They're all kinds of miscellaneous little pieces. And that's, you know what I mean, pretty much going around the curve in here. So let's try to push this out a little bit. Clamp these guys back in there. You know what I'm saying? We'll see when we're all clamped in. Might have to actually trim them across the top a little bit to make it even. You know what I'm saying? Even Steven, man. See you in a minute. Alright, so we got all those pieces like glued in here, man. You know what I mean? It's an ugly job, man. We have to like hollow it out a little bit, man. But let's face it, there's nothing pretty about war. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna let this dry. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it happy. You know what I'm saying? I got glue all over me, man. Hey man, you help me with $1, man? Hey man, I ain't got no tissues, man. At the vid, man. Ugh. Like I said, we're gonna let this dry for a little while, man. We'll come back to it in due time. In due time, peace be with you. Fire in that hole, sonny. We got them glued on there nice and tight. Everything's beautiful, man. Wash my hands too, man. Things are going well, man. So now's the time, man. Now's the time. Hallelujah. We're gonna put a little bit of glue, tight bond glue that is, on this. Double sponsor, man. That's like double mint gum, man. You know what I'm saying? I found them both at the same time. Isn't that crazy? I have 2 cans and I don't ever know where either one of them is, man. Put a little bit here, a little bit on there. Put it in here. Right, hold it like that. Right about, you know, man. Hold it out like that a little bit. And while I'm holding it there, I'm gonna have my daughter take a little piece of this Gorilla Tape, run it through the sound hole inside there, right from like here to here, real tight. And then I'm just gonna put more glue around here and around here, and then just push it down. So that's it, man. Peace be with you, man. I'll let you see it when it's done. Let you see it later. There we go, man. You see we got the Gorilla Tape in the back there, holding everything in place. Then I got this thing glued here, and I got a little piece of wax paper underneath there to keep it from sticking to all those little shards and shit that's hanging out there. We got this little gap there. So that gap, we're just gonna take this popsicle stick, cut it up, you know what I mean, the size, and just stick it in there with some glue on it. You know what I mean? So we have all wood to wood contact for our next step, man. You know what I mean? Make it strong for the people. See you on the flip, man. See you on the flip. That's some down home shit, people. Got a big heavy die set, you know what I mean, on top of a little popsicle stick, on top of another popsicle stick wrapped in a piece of wax paper, like mousetrap, man. Anyway, we'll let that set for about a day. Come back here, take it off, and I bet you it'll look nice. Nicer than it did. With a big gaping hole in it, I'd say. Certainly a little bit more secure. Peace be with you, man. Sponsorship steel stamper. You know what I mean? Sponsorship with me, man. 77136M. Peace be with you. Alright, so it's the next morning. There's a lot of glue in here, so we let it set a good 15 hours. Something like that, man. Hey, man. Get them winks in, bro. And rosettes. I'm really 77 years old. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping does the body good. Let's see how that sucks, man. This is that wax paper, man. Wax paper is like a godsend when you're doing this kind of stuff, man. Man. Like that. See that, man? It's all flat now. There's no pieces sticking up by the wound. You know what I mean? Get some of this excess shit off there. Comes right off, really. Ooh, that's still a little wet in there. You see that? So we'll let this dry. You know what I mean? In the open air now. That's been exposed. Now that we see it's a little bit of wet. I don't know. We'll come back after we clean it up a little bit and we'll continue our little process. See how that piece of wood pretty much fills in that gap? You know what I mean? It's all wood. And it's like about the correct thickness all the way up. You hear that? You don't hear anything loose. You know what I'm saying? Sounds excellent. Alright, folks. So let's let it dry up just a little tiny bit more. And I'll see you on the switch in that flick. Peace be with you. Alright, my people. So we're in the great outdoors. Actually, we got it all glued as hard as we can. It's nice and solid. But there's some deficits, man. We lost some material. Take a look in there, man. There's a little crack in there. You see that? How we lost some material, man. Some jagged shit poking up, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't like that. Plus, this thing's kind of lost its curvature, this little middle piece being pushed in all that time. So we're going to even those out. Got a little bit of Bondo out here, man. We're going to mix it up. Got a mixing stick. A little spreader, man. We'll make it nice for the people, man. Fill in the deficits, man. There's a little deficit here, too, man. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of deficits, man. taped off real nice. You know what I mean? Nice for the people. See when we're all filled in. Fill up. And there it is, man. Let's let it dry a spell, man. See you back downstairs. Peace. Yeah, alright, so we're inside. It's all dry. Pardon my harden. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take a very coarse sort of sanding situation. Just sand the shit out of all this until we get down to the little tape on the edges, on the ridges, man. I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so we're going to sand it roughly down to this side where you can see the edge of the tape on the wood, you know what I mean? It kind of smooths out. Now we're just going to peel the tape off carefully over the trash bin. See you in a moment. Alright, so there we go, man. We got it all sanded out. Sandy. Fireworks are hell. I keep saying that song. That's like the third time I said that song today, man. Anyway, look at that, man. You know, obviously we do a much better job. This is a lot like a highfalutin guitar, man. But you know, we got it smooth. It's nice for the people. You know, sounds good all the way around, man. So now what I want to do, man, get a little bit more cosmetical. You know what I mean? Seal the deal here. Got some acrylic paints here, man. We got our old burnt lumber, whatever that's called, man. Umbilical cord. Bittersweet chocolate. That's what I'm talking about. Good times, baby. Good times. Hey, man. I don't even want to talk about it, man. Let's get this all cleaned out, man. You know what I mean? Make it look real nice for the people. You know what I mean? On all different sides, man. All different sides, man. Ready? Set, and... Alright, people. So, we got it all dumbed out, man. We just put paint on the areas where there was Bondo. You know what I mean? Where there was not Bondo, we did not do it. See, here, whoever tried to repair this before used some kind of epoxy. Get that shit off, man. Melded into the lacquer, man. So this is dry now. You know what I mean? We mixed up a couple different colors, applied them with brushes. Fun time was had by all, man. Looks good. You know what I mean? It's nice and dull. We got some gloss lacquer. We'll go outside, man. Gonna mask this off. We only want to fix up on this guitar, this part. Everything else, all the other damage, little nicks and cuts, I want to keep them. You know what I mean? Scrapes and stuff. War stories, man, that don't really affect. You know what I'm saying? This guitar's not worth anything. You know what I mean? But this was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Strike against you. Now it's a little bit less, you know what I mean, noticeable. And possibly a little bit less structurally, you know what I mean, unreliable. Let's just put it that way. Blah, 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 blah. So I'll see you outside. And I'll spray this guy up with a little bit of lacquer. Please be with you, Rust-Oleum. Let's talk sponsor deal with the Guitkit. What's up, kid? That's right. Shake it up, man. Shake it up. We'll do that like 2 more times, man. I'll see you down in the basement. Alright. So we're back inside. It's all dried out. We can still see that quadrilateral masking on there. You know what I mean? Generally what we would do is we would sort of go at this with a little bit of steel wool and polish it up. But since this is going to be like, you know what I mean, sort of undetectable, we're just going to do some quick runs with some watered down light regular duty nail polish remover, aka acetone, man. Let's soften them up a little bit. I'll see you in a minute. You see that? Much better. Much better. So now it just becomes like a peripheral thing in the background. Now we don't have to talk about it directly anymore. Let's talk about the other things. Let's clean this whole body off with some old-fashioned furniture polish. You know what I'm saying? Clean the whole thing. It's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, almost ready to go, man. Almost ready to go, people. Seeing a flat second, man. Flat hot second. Alright, so we got it pretty nice with just that furniture polish, man. It had like a serious, like, dull haze over it. A nice 20-year-old dullness, man. Uncleanly, man. So we got it off. It's nice little sheen poking through there again. Like it. So let's finish off that sheen, man, with this cleaner wax, man. It's a little bit of Mom's, man. All and everything, man. Fretboard around here. Our little hole, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere, man. I'll see you when that's all accomplished, people. In a peaceful way, man. Peaceful way for my friends, the Núñez brothers. You know what a little bit of Mom's can do, people? That's classy. Classy, man. Still got 5 strings on it, too. Isn't that a bonus, man? Isn't that a bonus, man? I got another little E, man. Because this little E is seeing his D, man. Let's see it, the glamour shots, man. Proud. Proud to be Ecuadorian. You can barely even see this now with the sheen going, you know. That's only like, you know, you up here to do lighting, man. Like, hey, man. Check out this new guitar I got, man. From the equator, man. So let's get this old E on there, man. Let's see it, the glamour shots. Alice, you dirty rat. There it is, people. Shining like a brand new coin, man. Like a car from The Price is Right. It's gorgeous, man. Can't really even tell about the hole. It's there. You know what I mean? See, there's got some like mahogany or something like that here on the fretboard. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Like it has like a clear material, like acrylic or something. Handmade nut there. It's gorgeous. It's a pardon me, man. My throat's a little sore, man. My performance today probably won't be up to snuff. I'm shouting on the phone all day. Customer service, one of my accounts, man. You know what I mean? I don't like dealing with people at all, you know what I mean? I don't like the way the world's heading, man. I can't take it. Anyway, man. Try to calm myself down. Drink some tea when we're done. But let's listen to it now. Let's walk out a little performance, man. I got something on my mind. You know what I mean? Once I get it out, I'll feel better. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. Little Núñez, man. That's my black beauty, man. Right from the equator, man. My Núñez guitar, man. Casa de Núñez. Beautiful. So this song's been going around my head, man, the past 3 or 4 days, man. Sandy, far to hell one night. But not that part, man. Another part's been going around my head. The last verse, I think, is the most pivotal verse of the song. When I first really got into Springsteen, I'd only really listened to his first 2 albums, you know. I mean, when I first got into him, you know. And I'd hear the live material and see him on the shows, and he'd always do it differently, man. He'd talk about angels and heaven and Harleys and stuff like that. Hey, man, don't do it that way. Do it the right way, Bruce. You know what I'm saying? Do it like it's on the record, man, with the girl bopping down the beat at the radio. And eventually, you know what I mean, when he got older, he started doing it that way. Maybe like 10 years ago, he started doing it the right way. I heard it, I was like, come on. Wait a minute, man. That don't sound right at all, man. Go back and start, you know what I'm saying, man? I like the other because I'm more, you know, philosophical now that I'm older too, man. You can't get young again, Brucey. You know what I'm saying? Sandy, the angels have lost their desire for us. My soldiers last night, they said
they didn't set themselves on fire for us anymore. Every summer when the weather gets hot, they ride that dusty beach road from heaven on the holidays. They come and they go. You see them dressed like stars and all them seashore balls and Gabriel made love in the Kokomo. You hear the cops finally busted Madame Marie for telling fortunes better than they do. Sandy, boardwalk life is through. You quit this scene too. Sandy, the railroad's rising behind us. The beer light, the carnival of forever. Love me too. I promise I'll love you again. Oh, Sandy. Hey, man. Bruce, man, wash those hands, bro. You know what I mean? Think about the angels again, man. I don't know, man. It's just a song, people. Just a performance, man. Peace be with you, man. Always.